Good morning, everybody. This is the Viking, and this is your daily pillage and burn. I've had a lot of people ask me over the years that I have been in the sales industry or a consultant or whatever glorified name you want to call yourself. How in an industry where most of your colleagues are walking away after helping a client with zero money up front and low monthly service rates, how do you get higher rates? How do you collect money up front from your clients? And it really comes down to one thing. Are you going in and telling your client what they need, or are you helping them get what they want? I had a buddy of mine that I used to run with back in the day when we were younger and full of, piss and vinegar. And he would constantly complain, I don't have enough money for this bill. I don't have enough money for that bill. When we go out tonight, can you fit the bill? Can you pay my way in? And, me being me, of course I would. And we'd go to the gentleman's club, and sure enough, his favorite entertainer would come by, and within 10 minutes, he'd be gone with a bottle of champagne for 4 hours into the champagne room, having a good time. So did my friend lie to me? Did he really have money he wasn't telling me about? Well, I'll use a story from Zig Ziglar, a door warrior from the old school. And in one of his books, he was telling a story where in his days of selling pots and pans door to door, he came upon this old farmhouse with these two old ladies in it. And of course, he walked up, Zig being the door warrior he was invited in, broke his pots and pans out, broke their pots and pans out, sit down, did a fantastic comparison. And the whole time, these ladies are sitting there with their arms crossed, and they keep shaking their heads going, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. And Zig wasn't one guy who's going to just give up easily. So he hung in there, He got his 5 no's before he started to close his books. And so finally he was beaten down, and he got ready to give up. And as he got ready to pack his stuff and walk out the door, one of the ladies happened to ask him, sir, do you carry china? Well, it kind of took him off guard. If these ladies can't afford pots and pans, which is something they desperately need, and they would use on a daily basis, why are they interested in china? They can't afford this. They definitely can't afford that. China's twice as much expensive as the pots and pans. But being a good door warrior he broke out his catalog for his china. He did a fantastic presentation for that product line. And at the end of it, the client ended up spending more money on china than what he was trying to get them to invest in pots and pans. So the question is, were they lying to him when they said that they couldn't afford it? Was my friend lying to me when he said that he was broke, he couldn't afford to go out tonight because he couldn't pay his bills, but he had money to go spend on his favorite entertainer? And the answer is no. They were just simply not completing their train of thought out loud. I wasn't privy to that information. They didn't want me to know it. And what it was they were absolutely correct when they were saying that they couldn't afford it, but they were finishing the thought in their head by saying to themselves, because I don't want it. Guys, it doesn't matter what we think someone needs. It matters what they want. And that's why when we go into a home, we don't need to tell them, you need this, you need that. Even though we are the expert. You are the expert of your industry, whatever that may be. The homeowner, the client, they don't have the years that you do, but we should not go in and put ourselves on a high horse as that expert. We are in there to put our expertise there for them to draw the knowledge off of. So we there to make sure they don't make a mistake, but at the same time, we need to ask open-ended questions to our clients to get them more involved into your presentation. Folks, what are you concerned with? What are you looking for? Mr. and Mrs. Jones, why have you invited me into your home tonight? You know, what are you hoping to gain from this? And then we build our presentation and our product line based upon what feedback we get from our clients. See, people, you can tell them what they want and what they need all day long. And even if they've got money in the bank, they won't spend money on it. But if you put in front of them something that they want, even if they can't afford it, they will rob Peter to pay you, Paul, to get what they want. So keep in mind, guys, when you go in, you sit down with your clients, don't forget to ask questions. Get them involved in your presentation. Find out what their concerns are. Why did they invite you here? And I promise you, your service rates will go up, your activation fees or your upfront collections of investment from your clients will go up, and at the end of the day, you're going to make more money and you're going to have a happier client, and you didn't have to give anything away. So again, I'm the Viking, and this has been your daily Pillage and Burn.